You ready?
Check my hair. Yep, it's gross. Perfect. Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Sweet. Shutter. Should I open this first?
Don't you remember how it's done?
I don't remember how he did the can.
You do that first and then you say it.
Okay. I was like, I don't want to rip
That's
it.
our
And
whole
they'd be
bit is like opening cans and talking.
I know, that's true. All right, let's do it. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Seltzer Time Podcast. It's your boy, Ricky, a.k.a. Dick Chuck, a.k.a. the man behind the can at Seltzer Time Official. Here, as always, with my conversation accomplice, the man with the hunch about Worcester, Travis.
Colby, you just switched that.
Halfway through, I was like, oh, fuck, I think I got it.
What is crackin' Fizzle Fiends? Welcome back to another episode of the Seltzer Time Podcast. And per usual, we are stoked that you are here. And yeah, we're doing a little New Year's treat.
What's up, you guys? Happy 2025.
Happy 2025. You did it. You survived 2024 with the rest of us, and that deserves a cookie or a medal or some type of banner.
Or a metal cookie.
Ouch, dude. How are you, Ricky? It's been a minute.
I know. Last time we did this, I wasn't a dad, and now I'm a dad.
Oh, my God. So, all right.
Crazy to say
How
out
old
loud.
is she now? So
She's 4 months.
All right, so it's been 4 months
over
since we
4
did
months.
this.
Yeah, because we recorded I think a week before she was born. Maybe
That
not.
sounds
It actually
about right.
might not have even been that. I think it was like days.
Whoa.
Because she was born on on August 19th. I think you and I recorded probably the week before-ish.
Okay, that sounds about right. Little end of
I can go
summer
back.
jam.
I'll go back and find out because actually now I'm really interested. But I remember it was like, I know we were trying to get in a recording before she was born. We recorded, and like a couple days later, we went to Caitlin's
Wedding?
bridal shower.
Sure.
And she was born.
Whoa.
Like the next morning, we went to the hospital.
That's crazy.
So technically, Naomi was like in labor at Caitlin's bridal shower. Yeah, bridal shower.
My gosh.
Yeah, so it was a wild. It's been a wild 4 months.
So fast forward, everybody's home, healthy and happy.
Yeah, everybody's good. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's happy. Everybody's just, I don't know, just doing the parent thing and doing the baby thing.
You acclimating? Are you feeling like a dad?
Oh, I don't even remember my life before she was born.
Is that real?
So people always say that, and I'm always like, okay, that's fucking weird. And then it happens, and you're like, oh, I remember things, but I'm like, I don't remember the drive to go out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know what I mean? There's that I don't even know how to explain it. It is a weird feeling.
Wait,
and
am I hearing that you are now actually sorry for partying?
Yeah.
What?
No.
Somebody mark the time.
Yeah, right. No, it's like I don't know. It's different. It's
I get it.
Yeah, the idea of going to the dive all night. Not that I've been doing that anyway, but I don't even know what that is. I went to I've been to one concert since she's been born. I went to 4 Year Strong. I went super late. I met Brendan at Armsby for a beer. We went over. I saw 4 Year and I went home. I'm like, I'll go to more shows eventually, but I'm not going to anything on time. I'm late to everything nowadays.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's also a real thing. Whenever you go to leave, babies poop, or
Okay.
you just kind of need a bunch of shit every time you go literally anywhere.
Yeah.
And making sure you have all of that is a 2-person job. And then as you go to leave, the baby usually poops. And then you have to change her, and it's a whole thing. And you just kind of get to everything late.
Understood.
And it's just,
But
yeah.
it's a built-in excuse.
It's a built-in excuse.
For a little while.
For a little while, yeah. And it's it's just kind of how it is. I don't know. It's weird. I've watched a whole bunch of my friends and stuff have kids over the last however many years. And you see there's all these little things where oh yeah, they're going to be late. They have kids. And you don't think about what that is. And there's no way to explain it.
Sure.
Because people tried, and I was like, okay, whatever. I don't know. It's weird. And then all of a sudden you're in and you're like, what the fuck? You literally can't leave on time for anything.
Well, I mean, trying to coordinate 3 friends to meet at the same place and time, 3 adult friends is a chore in and of itself.
Totally.
You're trying to get out the door with 2 thinking minds and 1 mind that's kind of in this squirrely mode.
Yeah.
where like she can do whatever the hell she wants because she doesn't know better. She's learning everything.
Which is the coolest part.
Absolutely.
Like having her, we got a new fan put in our living room.
Okay.
And like I have all these new things that I'm like, oh, if anybody has a baby, if it's possible, try to have 2 changing tables because like we have one in her room, but that's like near the bedrooms. And the idea of her needing to be changed while we're in the living room or like the living room or the kitchen, which is where we spend most of our day anyway. And running to the other end of the house, it's just like, what if we got a second changing table? And you start to think about like, I don't know, before there was a baby, I was like, oh, I don't know. I never want anything, just Vans. I just want to buy shoes all the time. But now I'm like, wait, let's order a second changing table. And then you get excited for that. And it's fucking weird.
I feel like we talked about how you weren't going to become one of those dads that were all about being dads. I'm hearing it. Now, I'm not judging, right? Because ultimately you're getting stoked about your daughter. You're getting stoked to be this family man. Like I'm never going to throw shade at that.
No. But
from like one friend to another, we're talking about changing
tables. I know. That pretty much sums up my last 4 months.
But it's like I love to see it because you're committed. You're committed to her, and you're going to provide for her, and whoever else comes next. I don't know if y'all are
trying to get through one thing at a time, but no. The goal will be, hopefully another one. Who knows?
Little litter.
Yeah,
respect.
Little litter. Oh, God. Yeah, no, it'd be cool. I don't know. Yeah, I just like show her concerts.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't watch TV. She's literally 4 months old, so I watch the concerts, and she the first like 2 months slept through them, and then now I spend a lot of that time trying to keep her from looking at the TV. Like, obviously, she's going to have screens in her life. It's 25.
Yeah.
But I think, like, we're trying to keep her from, like, being obsessed with screens.
I guess that's fair.
But at the same time, like, we both have phones. I have to use my phone for everything. Also,
your job is your phone.
I'm literally on my phone for my job. So, like, I'll be walking around, like, say, like, Naomi goes to the gym or something. Or is like in the shower or whatever. If I'm working, I have my work phone in my hand and I'm like going through and like answering comments, doing all that stuff. But Willow's just like looking at the phone. Like I'm like, oh God. And it's like it's a daily struggle of me trying to cut down on my screen time and also me trying to like make sure she has as little as humanly possible.
Sure.
Because we know she's about to have a whole bunch, over the next couple months, she'll get into like probably watching YouTube, like little kid YouTube things and stuff. I don't know when that starts.
I have, for whatever reason, TikTok thinks I'm a dad. That's probably because I watch all the kids' videos. Because I like kids. I like experiencing my friends' kids.
Oh, the best videos are the swearing children.
Oh, see, there's one where the mom was saying how because her kids have limited screen time, anytime she needs to do something, she'll just give them a little bit of screen time. Like she needs to take an important call or something.
Yeah.
And they're transfixed.
Yeah.
She moved in a TV-sized box into the house without any of the kids noticing because they were all just transfixed on the television.
That's incredible.
I think they were like 4 and 3.
Yeah.
But even still. Like used sparingly and with purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Screen time makes sense.
Yeah, and like I'm stoked for her to like watch Bluey and like
sure.
I don't know. Like I am not gonna lie, I'm very excited to show her like Blink concerts and stuff like that. Like I'm excited to watch those things with her. But for now, it's like try to keep her as pure as humanly possible.
I get it. I mean, so I remember I sent that Catriel y Paco Amoroso to a whole bunch of my friends. But I honestly was most curious what Willow thought of it. If when
she was kicking.
Yeah. How could you not?
It's funny. Naomi's a big book reader.
Are we using her name?
Who?
Your daughter's name.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't post her a whole lot.
I want to be respectful.
No, it's cool.
I was using she and
oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Cool.
I appreciate that though.
Oh, I care about you and cool. I care about your people.
No, it's great. No, I honestly didn't even really think about it. But no, that's a good question. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Cool.
That's cool. What were we talking about?
Listening to music.
Oh, yeah. So Naomi's a big book reader. Is so excited to like read her books, like all this stuff. She has like a bajillion like little kid books, all this cute stuff. And there was a moment where she like did not like anything book related. She's only 4 months old, so these moments are very, very small. But there were like a couple days when Naomi's like, she hates books. I'm like, well, she's my daughter. Like, that's how it goes. But she fucking loves music. So like just now, earlier this morning, Naomi went to the gym and Willow was sleeping, woke up, does not like sitting down. Like, needs to be moving in my arms, but like needs to be moving. So I have to put on something because like I have ADD.
Sure.
So I put on like all kinds of different music. I usually put on like the most random thing I can think of. Kind of like the concerts. Like I never really think about it. I just kind of like, this feels okay.
Yeah.
So this morning we were listening to Billy Ocean.
Hell yeah.
So we were just like walking around the house, bouncing. I was thinking about how funny it will be when she's like old enough to talk. She can sing like the background vocals of Caribbean Queen.
You guys gonna do a little duet?
Oh, fuck yeah. It's going to be sick.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, it'll be cool. But yeah, that's been my biggest thing over the last 4 months is just hanging out with a baby.
It's I like that you're showing her real music.
Yeah, I don't want to like show her the fucking wiggles. Like nothing wrong with the wiggles, I think. I don't know. But I'm hoping we can avoid that. Like I know we're going to have, obviously we're going to have like the kids stuff. All the kids songs. Okay, one thing I learned, Presidents of the United States of America, the band.
Yeah.
The lead singer has like a baby song side project called Casper Baby Pants. Because like when we change it up now, but for bath time, we would always find like a kid bath playlist or whatever.
Okay.
And it's always these like super catchy like little songs. And I spend the entire time being like, I could write these. Maybe that's what I should do with my life is just write like little kid songs because they're about fucking nothing. Like,
Yeah, dude.
and they're so catchy.
Have you watched Yo Gabba Gabba yet? Do you
No,
what
but
Yo
I know,
Gabba Gabba is?
I know what it is. Yeah, the Aquabats. thing.
Aquabats.
Yeah.
And it's, my God, Jimmy World's on it.
Really?
The Agrolites are on it.
Oh, that's sick.
Like, they're legit bands making music for kids.
Okay.
Like, the Jimmy World is them riding on their pets, and they're flying through the air on their cats and dogs, and it's absolutely
fantastic.
incredible.
I like,
Yeah, I love the music that's, yeah.
they're so catchy. And there's this one guy, Casper Baby Pants, who pops up all the time. And Naomi, I was like, look, see, he's going on a tour, like as a joke. And Naomi looked and she's like, it's the singer from the Presidents of the United States of America. And I was like, that makes so much sense. Like his voice is super familiar, but also like their music's really catchy and
Sure.
not simple, but relatively simple.
Yeah, approachable.
Yeah, and it was just great. Now we like listen to all kinds of stuff in the bath, but
See, I'm trying to remember the name of the band, and I can't. And Rockwell's going to be mad at me. But there's a hardcore band that Rockwell showed his son Bradley early on, and it has this song where the intro builds, and it's like and then the vocals come in and it says, "I feel the fire." So Bradley, anytime Matt built a fire in their backyard in Connecticut, he would walk up and be like, "I feel the fire," in his little kid voice, and it was excellent, absolutely
awesome.
excellent. And that's the kind of kid stuff that I truly love.
that's the best.
They were just here in the gallery.
I saw the videos. That looked like a lot of fun.
Well, so they came up for a visit, and like I didn't really have anything planned. I wanted to build or do art, and they really weren't being kids. They wanted to be active and run around. Bradley just got a hoverboard. So Rockwell's like,
What?
I know somewhere that you can ride that. And within minutes, I was like, yeah, of course you could do it. Just stay away from the art.
Yeah.
Cleared out some stuff. And that's what my chair video was. I was,
Oh, that's so sick.
and then sliding around on the chair, I was like, oh, we can play kid shuffleboard.
Yeah.
So I got his parents to help me throw their kids across the floor.
Dude, I love that. That's so sick.
They loved it. They got some energy out.
Yeah.
It was silly.
That's
Oh,
cool as fuck.
And then I got to watch them walk away and 2 hours later and then take a nap because they're exhausting.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I always had a lot of fun playing with like my niece and nephew and stuff in the pool. And then now I'm like, oh, you like don't go away.
You have like all the energy.
Like, great. Like, she's 4 months old. So it's like, she's not, I mean, she plays, but she plays for like a very small amount of time. And she's just laying there. Like, she's like playing with like a little thing and like making silly faces. But there are moments when I'm like, oh, not that I want you to go away, but like, I can't just like go take a nap.
Be done with this.
Because if I go take a nap, then I'm just like leaving everything for Naomi to do. And like, she needs to also take a nap. So you kind of do, there are moments of the day where you're like, this really is forever. Like you, there is no like, hey, I'm just gonna go chill. Like we give each other a lot of space. Like
Yeah.
she's the best like co-parent person of all time. Lot of like, go do your thing. It's okay.
Clean
and then like,
hands.
and I do the same with her. And it's like, there's no like, what the fuck, blah, blah. Cause like, I'm also working. Like I'm back at work.
Well, so is she, right?
No, she doesn't go back till February.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So she still has some time, which is great. But like, I don't know. There is that weird, like you feel kind of guilty.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm like, I have to work. Like it's a weird thing. I don't know. But it's great. It's like, it's cool as fuck. I don't know. I can't. If anybody ever out there wants to have a baby, I highly recommend it. And if you don't have a baby because
I swear,
there is
man,
no like middle ground.
Yeah, I thought at one point in my life I would like to be a dad. Maybe there's still that spark that might change, but I look at all my friends with kids and I'm like, nope, I'm cool with my choices.
Yeah, no.
My baby is this gallery, my passion projects. Like there are plenty of other things that are going to keep me up at night and provide me just bundles and bundles of stress.
Yeah, because it's
Taking my whole heart and letting it run around outside just does not seem to appeal to me.
yeah.
That's
You-
how I've heard having a kid.
That's because you like legitimately, it's all you think about. But I don't know. It's cool. It's great.
Sure.
But yeah.
So, changing topics because it has been a minute, and now we're in 2025. I figured,
That's so fucked up to hear out loud, by the way.
Yeah.
That's 2025.
I mean, it's not right now, right?
Well, right
We
now
are-
we're less than
11
12 hours.
hours.
Yeah, we're less than 4 hours away though.
It is going to be fucked up 4 years. It's going to be
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be great.
a messed up year. Like this past year was weird in the city. We've seen a whole bunch of places close.
That will continue.
Like we saw a kid get spray painted in the face.
Yeah, I still.
Yeah,
Don't-
there's a lot there. There's a lot there, and it's just there's like just all this shit. So without sitting here dwelling on everything that went wrong, or all the places that were really sad to lose. R.I.P. Redemption Rock,
Dude, that one,
the freshest.
that hit the hardest for me.
All right, we'll spend a
Next
minute
to the
on
dot.
this. We'll spend a minute on this because I'll be honest. When I was there, was it last night? 2 nights ago. Last time was our last night.
What's today?
The 31st. So it was the 30th. No, it was Sunday
No, it was
night.
the night before. Yeah, it was Sunday.
Sunday night. Yeah, my God. We're in that
I was
time
trying to
where
get down
time
there on
isn't
Sunday,
time.
and we couldn't make it work. I went a bunch.
Yeah.
the last month or
Well,
so.
Nikki and I were there Sunday night, and it was, dude, I tell you, looking around, it gave me like dive bar closing vibes.
Yeah.
And then after I left, I got up on the bar and started dancing. And I told
saw
Mike D.
a lot of the videos of that.
I told Mike D, like, that's a bar I feel way better about people dancing on.
Yeah, because it's solid, not fucking imaginary, held up by hopes and dreams and
Boogers and-
spilled Fernet. Like, yeah, no, that one's fucking like concrete or something. Like it's
Yeah.
a legitimate piece of land.
It's sad to see another one go. And at the spot
Yeah.
that was kind of really close in our story. And we were part of their story.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot. It's funny. So many people I've talked to about this over the last month or whatever, and that place never felt like a place you go to drink,
Sure.
which is good. Like you go, like I remember when we found out we were having a baby, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to take our kid to Redemption Rock, like, or to New Tradition. And we were able to do both of those things multiple times. And it was
Phew.
fucking great. But like, and it wasn't just to go, so to be like, oh cool, I can go have some beers. It's like drag story time is such a big deal. I love going to the trivia stuff there. Like you and I would meet there, coffee,
Just hang
like
out. Yeah,
they
yeah.
got all, I mean, they provided a place for, I mean, there was a different event every single night. And like the amount of pop-ups, like I remember you doing pop-ups at the very beginning, and like, I don't know, it was just such a space. There were places in the city that want to pitch themselves as like a community space. And there are places that definitely were not community spaces that like pretended they were. This one actually was.
Yeah.
And it had all kinds of different events. So it'd be fucking wrestling on one night, and then there would be like drag story time or emo trivia and like
Constantly bands,
constantly bands,
yeah,
food,
art,
like
markets.
just they used like all kinds of different artists for their stuff. Like I know you did some design stuff with them. It just, I don't know. It was cool to go there. And also when you're in that room, you never know who you're going to see. Like you can be having a beer with anybody.
I would run into RB all the time, or I would run into
like the mayor was there a bunch of times. Like there's just all kinds of people. Like everybody you can think of was there at some point. I love the summer market thing they did outside. Like I don't know. There's so many.
They did the block parties.
The block parties
shut down that whole down.
It's sick.
So that's what I said. When I gave Danny and Greg and Dan a hug, I told them all individually, like, I hope you guys are proud. I hope you're proud of your time here. Nothing beautiful, especially this beautiful, lasts forever.
Yeah.
Like, I look at these places kind of like public art, where they're to be appreciated when we have them. Like, we are going to lose them. It's fleeting. Like, I wish we can just keep these places forever, but it's just not the way it's set up.
Yeah.
And like for them to succeed, money would have had to have, like, it would have been more expensive to buy anything there.
Oh, totally.
And then that would have impacted that user experience, where we are fucking starving for third spaces where you can just go outside of your house and be in and not have to pay to exist.
Yeah.
Like Redemption Rock was beautiful in that they had plenty of things that if you wanted to, buy something, you could. But there was no like
2-drink minimum. Like,
right.
You could
That's
just
what I'm
go
saying.
and fucking hang out.
Yes. You could just go. The water glasses were right there.
Yeah.
You could fill yourself up a water glass.
No questions asked. Like there was never any bullshit. It was the best. I don't know. It was cool. I don't know. I've never connected with especially a brewery on that level. Like it didn't have the like beer snob vibe that some places have. It didn't have the like I have to go and buy 700 4-packs as I'm leaving. Like you could just go and like just hang out.
Neighborhood spot.
Yeah, it was the best.
Yeah.
It was I don't know. It was so sad. It's like just so fucking sad that it's gone. But
and it's like, what do we do? What do we do? How do we prevent this type of stuff happening more?
I was thinking about that. The thing I noticed, so like not to always bring up the dive, but the dive had these like hardcore regulars. And I know that's easy for me to say because I was like there all the time, but like you kind of knew for the most part, like if you went somewhere either before or after that event, there were going to be people at the dive.
Sure.
And you're always going to know somebody there. And there really wasn't like a reason to go there unless you like liked that beer. Like there wasn't really music the last couple of years.
Sure.
There was food, and even Mamaroo was like in and out of that. And that was only a couple days a week, but like you literally went for like that community and for that space. And I don't know, I feel like that closed at a good time because a lot of the city, all these other things started opening, and there was this like, there's kind of this like lack of loyalty. Not that Redemption Rock had that, because there were a lot of people who fucking love that space. And that was like, I mean, especially nowadays, like whenever I go out, I go to 2 spots. I went there and I went to New Tradition. That's kind of it. But there's always this like, oh, cool, here's this thing that's kind of happening. What if we, like, I want this to happen everywhere. Instead of people being like, oh no, when there's like emo trivia or whatever, like we know that happens at Redemption Rock. Like, I don't know. I just feel like no, people don't stay and like support one space. Everybody's trying to do everything at the same time. And that's a good thing. Like it is good to like support multiple places, but also like no place is built for that. Like you need to have core loyal fans of these places where there's like an event or something, you know what I mean? Like something that.
Well, so, I mean, you're bringing it up. Like you look at Redemption Rock, who constantly had to feel like they had to throw events to maintain interest in that audience, where somewhere like the Dive, you didn't need to throw all the extra events. Like they would throw them, but on a random Thursday, you just knew that's where you go.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure there are plenty of places and there are people that will write to us and said, why didn't you think of this when you're talking now? But right now, I just don't have a place in mind that I feel that type of connection to.
The only place I can think of is New Tradition, and then Ralph's is like a place like that, but it's like Ralph's has been like that since
Sure.
the late 80s. Like it's just a like
guess,
you know what I mean? Like
My point is that that's just not the audience that I gravitate towards. And that's
No.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think
same.
I think not just at Ralph's, just the barfly scene, like,
oh no, totally. That's the other thing. People don't drink.
and I've transitioned. Yeah. And I think
Which
there's
is
a lot
good.
of people where they're just not doing things.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Like, where are people going? Where are people
don't know.
going after 6 o'clock?
I have no idea.
Same.
I mean, I don't go anywhere.
We will go out every now and again. Like, we just had an amazing meal over at Ruby Doo's down at the Worcester Public Market.
Yeah, I remember. Was I talking to you about that?
I
Maybe
think
talked
so.
to you, yeah. It
Drew
looks
from the
incredible.
Flying Rhino set up his own spot.
Yeah, that's cool.
Meg, she works all over the place. I usually see her over at God damn it, Highland Street Mainstay.
Boynton?
Thank you. I usually see her over at the Boyne.
I was like, oh my god, I don't know anything on Highland Street anymore except for Boynton.
Yeah. Somebody took over the Wooberry spot finally. They're opening a spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I forget what it was.
Is it going to be ice cream?
No.
Ah.
It's going to be some other type of food.
Oh, cool.
But anyway, Ruby Doo's is cool, but they have this tiny little spot in the public market, and talking to them, like, it's perfectly sized for them because they could do these boutique menu and boutique cocktails and have some kind of exclusivity, you
Yeah.
know, maybe 20 tops at most, or 20 seats at most. That to me is very city, very New York City. And I think there's some of that this is kind of like a common theme I keep coming back to, right? Worcester is the second largest city in New England, but nobody walks through Providence and questions whether or not it's a city, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
people don't walk through Hartford and question whether or not it's a city, but we do here.
Yeah.
And we love to fucking tout that we're the second largest, but then if we can't find parking right outside the front door, we go home.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much of like that the city mentality that is just not here. And I don't know how we educate. I don't know how we show. I'm even coming up against it here at the gallery, where I want to throw more events and I want to bring more people in. But I've gotten messages from people being like, sorry, I couldn't find parking.
Yeah.
The hell do you mean you couldn't find parking? There's all these streets. There's a parking lot across the street. You didn't really try. You're not going to be able to park right out front.
I know.
Pop up on the curb. Fuck it. Like,
I know. It
drives me crazy.
The parking thing is so interesting to me because the same people will go to Boston where going to Boston,
That's
you're
what
not
I'm
parking
saying.
in front of where you're going.
That is what I'm saying.
Nowhere. And if you are, it's costing you $80 to park in a parking garage.
I watched this fascinating video about how big box stores mess with our perception.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you send me that?
Maybe. I don't know. I sent it to a couple different people because it blew
I think
my
you
mind.
did. Or maybe you liked it and that's why I saw it.
But on
I saw the same
average,
thing. It's incredible.
Yeah, the walk from your parking spot to the wherever your thing is in Walmart is on average the same distance as parking down on Main Street, walking down a block and a half
Yeah.
to your spot.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's just a bigger
crazy.
target.
Yeah. Like when I go to the Palladium, going to the Palladium, you're not parking in that lot. Like,
Why would you?
excuse me. Yeah, most people.
$20?
Yeah, why pay $20 to park in that lot when if you walk for 4 minutes, you can park for free on a street? Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's was it Elm Street? Is that what goes like behind?
I forget.
Crest? Whatever that street is, like there's parking up there. There's parking like down further near the school. Like there's parking all over the place.
I usually just end up at a meter spot because I know how to parallel park, and I know that's
Well,
not
there's that
everybody.
too. Yeah, yeah. It's just like I don't know. I don't ever think I'm going to park anywhere. Even going to Redemption Rock, they never park in lot out front. You always had to find weird places to park somewhere in that area, and it always worked out.
And
Like,
hopes Pats didn't find you. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, don't park in like another business's parking spot, but like there's plenty of street parking, and like I don't know, you just kind of like figure it out. But yeah, that's a huge issue with the city is people just don't think about parking. They think that they're going to a Lincoln Plaza where there's like a bajillion parking spots.
It's just, this is where I'm going to start agreeing with people and be like, no, we're not a city. We're a town. Like, we're not a city.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We're just a town on steroids.
I think it's also like, I mean, I think if you look at Boston
Okay.
or New York or any other city,
Yeah.
there's like so much Like, you don't go to Boston and be like, oh, cool, I'm going to Fenway. I'll walk over to the North End and have dinner.
Right.
That's not how it fucking works.
I have, but yeah.
Well, no, I have too. But
it's
not a
don't.
normal thing. Like,
Right.
that's like not a thing you do with like kids or on a date. You know, that's like oh, fuck it, I'm going to park my car one time and I want to eat over there and I don't mind walking
Right.
for an hour.
Right.
Worcester, it's like, I have this, there's like a thing where people are like, oh, I don't know, I'm going to the Palladium, but I want to eat on Shrewsbury Street, and which is not that far of a walk, honestly. But there's like too much of a like, we're one city and not enough of a like, hey, why don't you go to the neighborhood you're going to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to a Bruins game, I'm not eating. I mean, you can go to the North End there because it's across the street. But like, I'm not eating like at fucking like over near Fenway.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like there isn't the like neighborhood approach to Worcester, I don't feel, as there should be.
That's interesting. I can see what you're saying.
But I think it's also like, I don't know. Like the neighborhoods I like don't have shit going on. Like I love like Tatnick, but there's nothing that brings you to Tatnick for like an event.
Yeah, I mean, we don't
Like-
have events up in Tatnick. We have we just got a new Euro and Slovaki place. This awesome Greek spot.
Is that the spot that's in where?
Root and Press was?
Yeah. I've heard nothing but great things.
It's great. It's just
to go.
it's a bit more than I want to spend on that style of food,
fair.
but the quality is good, so it's worth it.
I gotta check it out.
good.
Everybody I know that's been is like, holy shit.
I usually just get a chicken kebab and a thing of French fries because I'm forever a child and I want chicken thingies and French fries.
Same. Literally all the time.
But so
Yeah.
bringing back to the city thing, like you bring up Providence, it seems like we just lost another thing to Providence, right? Artifact is closed up here. Scoop Drip closed up.
Did
Artifact,
they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, last week, 2 weeks ago. No, last week they did their last day.
Dude.
I'm saying we're losing all this like this culture and this interesting these people trying to do things for the community.
What about, I don't expect you to have the answer to this question, but so the other day, I skated through the Midtown Mall.
Yeah, you did.
It was so much fucking fun. I can't wait to do it again. Nothing was open. I was surprised the door was open, to be honest with you. I think there's like a church or something downstairs because it was Sunday morning and there was
Understood.
a lot of like very well-dressed people going in as I was like skating out in my sweatpants like a psycho. I felt very bad, but I was also like, that was so sick.
No, you're into roller Jesus. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. That
You shredded for our sins.
exactly. Yeah, thanks, Jesus. There's a bunch of like little random small businesses in that mall.
Yeah. They're trying, dude.
Is it like, are things working there? Because I feel like
Some
that would be a
are.
perfect spot for like a Scoop Trip or
Yeah.
like an Artifact. Like Artifact, I don't know. I feel like Artifact should be more of like a.
He said he in a post he said there's no money in paint sales. I don't know. I didn't actually check his books, obviously.
Probably
but
fair.
there is some clothing spots in Clothes Addicts or something like that. I think is in the mall.
Oh yeah. I think I follow their Instagram.
Woo Juice is in there. Those boys are
Yep.
doing delicious things.
By the
Yeah, it's like there's lots of people in there. It seems like K Rico, their Puerto Rican spot, they're trying. That dude's,
Cool.
I think it's the same dude, Michelangelo. Remember that dude?
oh fuck yeah.
Every time we see him, he gives me the biggest hug and high five. He's
That's
a great
awesome.
dude. So it's like there's clearly people in there trying. And I'd love to see the Midtown Mall pop off.
I would too. It's so cool. It's like small and it's compact and it feels like it just feels like a cool space that should exist here.
Yeah.
It feels like a speakeasy mall. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense where it is. Or, excuse me, forgot how burpy I get drinking seltzer on the microphone. But like, it doesn't feel like it, I don't know. It just,
Yeah.
it feels like the perfect spot for these small business type spots to be.
I would love to see a little venue in there. Like,
That'd be cool.
so we, Nikki and I went to Laugh Boston. We saw that dude Josh Johnson popping around TikTok. He's on Daily Show.
I definitely would know who he
He's
is.
hilarious, younger kid. So we saw him do stand up, but Laugh Boston is basically in a hotel. So
Oh,
you
really?
just go into a hotel lobby and
cool.
like it made me think like, oh, this is no different than a ball frontage where
Yeah.
and you just need a big open room.
Yeah.
It was
Interesting.
fascinating.
Huh.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that you skated through the Midtown Mall and nobody kicked you out.
Yeah, I was skating around doing the thing for the railers, and I was like, I'm just gonna go skate down to the Common and like make a video near the ice. That'll be funny. And I'm like down there doing my thing, and I was like, oh, I kind of wish I had my ice skates. They were in my car, but I was like, I'm not fucking going back to get them. It was also like 55 degrees.
Yeah,
I was like,
the best day
ice,
to do it.
I know, I got so lucky because I thought it was gonna rain, and I was like, oh, this is so stupid. Like I wanted to go do it at like 7 a.m. and like Naomi was sleeping. I sure as fuck wasn't gonna wake her up to be like, can you
watch baby?
Yeah,
so
you want to take Willow so I can
roll?
go rollerblading around like a fucking idiot. So I waited until she got up.
What a gentleman.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I was like skating back like by the parking garage, and I was like, I'm just gonna go like skate up by the mall and see what's going on. Thinking like if anything, I'll like take a funny video or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I like just happened to pull in the door and it opened, and I was like,
It's hard.
I have to go in here. And now that I did it, I want to do more and
Sure.
like explore more of it. I didn't go downstairs. I didn't go upstairs. I have literally no idea what's up either up or down.
I've only been on the main floor.
Yeah, I went from one side to the other. I went right back. But it was so much fun. And I was like, oh, it made me think about like what's in the Denholm building? What's in
Nothing anymore.
all these other buildings? Like, what are we?
Denholm,
like,
they're trying to.
Really?
I think so.
Damn, I thought they were putting like a movie theater or something in there.
The work bar just went in.
I feel like
downtown.
every building is going to be a movie theater, and none of them are going to actually open.
No, none of them will be the Paris.
No, well, R.I.P.
Yeah. So
What about, is Beer Garden a thing? Is that still open? Beer Garden?
it's not by the same people. I thought I saw somebody else was running it. And then they all basically opened up the same thing over at the Mercantile. Right? Isn't that not like an inflatable beer garden, but isn't that an outdoor beer space?
Yeah. Notch was doing their thing. Notch did like a pop-up thing.
It's just a pop-up?
It's a pop-up. It was a pop-up this summer because Harpoon like pulled out, which
Right.
made sense. Notch took over, which is awesome. Much better beer. And now Notch partnered with that Van Gogh thing. Have you been to that? The Van Gogh thing?
I went in Boston. I didn't go in Worcester yet.
So like I haven't been. It looks really cool. I just haven't
Yeah.
had time to go.
It's interesting. It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, I would never, like, I don't care. I'm just like, oh, this looks like something that like I want there to be more of, so I want to go.
Grab a
and support
couple
it.
edibles and just kind of like,
I've only
just hang
had
out.
one edible since I've had a baby.
because you're a responsible adult and you're
Dude,
going to brag
my
about it.
biggest fear was being high as fuck when Naomi went into labor, so I didn't have any edibles for like the 3 weeks leading up to like before Willow was born. And then like I definitely didn't have any. I still haven't. And then like I don't know. It's just like work and everything's like kind of crazy. So a couple of weeks ago, I was like, hey, after Willow goes to bed like like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I was like, after you guys go to bed, like I'm gonna have an edible and just like play a video game for a couple hours because like I need to chill. I also can't sleep, so like this might help. And it was the best night of sleep I've had literally this entire time. It was great.
I love that for you.
And then now also that I have a better understanding of like I don't know how to fucking do all this stuff, I'm like not as worried about being like
Sure.
like. I mean, I'm not going to do it if it's just me and Willow. I'm not going to be like high as fuck trying to like entertain a
Somebody
baby.
remember this in a couple of years, and then when we see Ricky, when he has way more experience and confidence in his abilities,
just high. All the
dude's just twisted with Willow.
Well, I just like I don't know.
She's
Now,
shredding in the corner.
dude, I can't wait for her to rollerblade
I was talking about
or
guitar.
to skateboard. Oh, that would be sick too.
My friend Brian and Megan had their daughter Fern playing with their guitar. I watched it a video.
That's cool.
And Fern's just strumming, Brian's holding
Aw.
chords. But I'm like, international, intergalactic rock star baby.
Hell yes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It'd be cool. But I do miss taking an edible and walking around the city. I used to do that all the time, like in the morning.
Sure.
I'd leave our house at like 6, have an edible, and then just like walk downtown. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. And I'm excited to do that again.
You got to go back to the Van Gogh.
At some point.
My friend Ariel's doing, or she was, I don't know if she still is, doing yoga classes. So you could do some yoga
Oh, that's
with
cool.
the Van Gogh stuff experience happening around you.
Wait, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then
That's really cool. Holy
it was
shit.
interesting. I saw a post, she posted about it.
That's right.
Ariel Lim, if you're looking for her.
I should do yoga. I should stretch.
Yeah, I stretch.
I used to. I don't do anything.
My guy, I'm in my latest 30s now. I have to stretch.
Yeah, I gotta. Maybe that'll be my resolution. Should I have a resolution?
No, fuck that shit.
I feel like my only New Year's resolution is going to be that we should do this more than once every 5 months.
Okay. I'm into
Even
it.
if we did it like every other month,
Yeah.
you know?
Or
'Cause I
even
don't
just
think,
like
you-
once a month.
or even once a month would be sick.
I'm trying to set up a studio up there.
Be fine. Oh, that would be cool.
I just gotta do some stuff
That would be so
in
sick.
between all the other stuff I gotta do.
Yeah.
Probably after January. Because January, I've been working on this show, Mind Games, that I'm going to be opening. I really want to do the opening of that on the 16th, or that's going to be the 16th of January. I want the opening to be what I'm loosely billing as Mind Games Miraculous Midway of Mediocrity.
Okay.
And I want to turn the gallery into a one night only carnival filled
Okay.
with games that are a little bit off.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. So I really want to trick people into coming to something, and all of a sudden it's an art show. Because
That's
not
so
everybody
sick.
wants to come to an art show, and I recognize that. And not everybody wants to just go look at things on canvas, and I recognize that. I want to provide an experience that's interesting. I've seen this place as a place for artists to take risks. But it's one thing to just say it. It's another thing to do it. So we've had
Yeah.
2 successful exhibitions, Jeremy Schilling and Ashley Rose, homie of the show, Ashley Rose.
Ashley.
Love you, girly. She had a really successful opening. And so, like, all right, I've done it for 2 other people now. I really feel like I'm going to put this thing together.
Do it.
Last October, I did my Spirited Soiree where I, took over the bar for a night, filled that with. So it's going to be at that level where going to take over the whole space.
Hell yeah.
But I don't want to spill too many beans.
No, you got to leave it up to the imagination and to the surprise.
I'm inspired by people like Meow Wolf and groups rather like Meow Wolf and
Who's Meow Wolf?
oh my God, just Google it. People are listening. They're like, duh, Ricky.
Yeah, I know.
Even from like my haunted house days where you check your understanding or check your suspension of disbelief and you just exist in the space and have a little bit of fun.
That's cool.
So
I love that.
yeah, so that'll be the second 2 weeks of January. And then we have a group show in February called Heartwork where it's all going to be hearts on the walls.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Aww.
And that show's going to open up February 13th. So you can bring your Valentine here the night before Valentine's
That's very
Day.
cool.
So that's my point. I want to keep doing weird shit because we're losing these spaces, right?
Yeah.
We're not, what am I trying to say? If we really give a shit, we have to hold on to what we have. We have to go out and be supportive, but it just can't be guilted into it, right? Because I feel like that has been the message since the lockdown lifted. Like if you love these places, you got to go. And then you can't keep that energy.
Yeah, no, I know.
So instead, pick a couple places that you fucking can't live without.
And just fucking support the fuck out of those people.
Somehow, some way, make it part of your ritual.
Yeah.
Or you will lose it. You will lose Start on the Street. You will lose fucking...
Oh yeah, Star died this year too.
Bro, I have...
That's fucked up. Oh my God, Pastamani, like everything. There's so many like really. You know what?
That's a tough year.
This sucks.
It was a tough year. I think a lot of shit came to like talking to Danny, right? I'm not going to spill her numbers, but
No, yeah.
it became painfully apparent that they were operating outside of their budget.
Yeah.
And this was a choice they had to make. And it's something that I understand that other people have had to make that same hard choice.
Yeah. I mean,
I never am going to shame someone for having that. And like giving her a hug Sunday night, she said at one point she was feeling guilty that she felt like she was taking something away from the city. And fuck that.
yeah, but she's not a billionaire. She can't just
You gave it to the city for
blindly
5
fund.
years.
Yeah. No.
If we can't help you support it, we don't deserve it.
Yeah.
And it's that mentality that I want to fucking get into. Because I know of other things and other people that are trying to do cool, ambitious shit. Like the Woo Nanny guys are trying to do cool, ambitious shit. But I look at their shows and I'm like, yo, people don't come out. They're going to take it to where people are.
Yeah.
And they're going to go to Boston. And we're going to lose another cool thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a, how do I think about this? So there's the old thing, right? Like, we've talked a lot about how we don't fucking go anywhere anymore. And which is the opposite of what we're saying
Agreed.
we should do.
But it's the honest.
It's the honesty.
Yeah, keep going.
But it's also, there are younger people. Like, there always is going to be younger people. And there needs to be younger people that, like, keep places going.
Sure.
Like, again, the dive. There were nights that weren't busy for a very long time until new blood got hired there and we were able to make Wednesday into a thing. Like, Wednesday wasn't a thing for a while. And next thing you know, that bar's full of people buying fucking vodka sodas, and you're like, what is happening right now? We've never, like, we're going through like 10 bottles of Tito's in a night, and I don't know a single person in this room. That's weird, but the cash register is full. And there's a different, and a lot of those people, yeah, most of them don't come back because it's not a bar for everybody, but there were people who were like, I've never drank craft beer before, and then they would become every single Wednesday. There were kids, these girls, I'll never forget, these girls would come in on, it was one of their friends' 21st birthday, and these girls ended up being regulars. I mean, at this bar almost every single night, and they were awesome. They were so much fun. They were great. They're all like married and have kids and stuff, and don't fucking go anywhere anymore, like the rest of us. But like, it was just cool being able to like foster that relationship with a place. And thinking about it now where it's like you and I aren't the target audience for anything that's opening or trying to do something cool should not be trying to get like your attention, my attention, anybody's attention who's like, yeah, I'll go. Because like, yeah, we'll go, but we're not going to be the ones who are able to go every single night. They need to go after younger people. They're the ones who go out.
Sure.
And it doesn't have, I'm not saying like restaurants and bars. I'm talking about like literally everything.
Sure.
Like, you need to have those people come in because they're going to tell more young people, and then they're going to keep going and they're going to bring other people. We'll go.
We're going to be that old guy in the room. Hello, fellow youngins.
Yeah. Like, cool. Like, I'd love walking into a place and be like, I don't know a single fucking person here. This is beautiful. I don't want to know anybody anymore. Like, I went to Armsby a couple, like, before the Foyer show, and I was like, I don't know anybody that works here. I don't know anybody in this bar. For the first time in my entire life coming in here.
Wild.
This is awesome. It's cool. I'm glad there's like there's like this next crop of people, and it's like, hopefully they keep it going, like keep things going, not Armsby, but like places going. And then the rest of us can like be old and go every once in a while, and it'll be fun. And we'll just like continue to talk about it on our podcast. I don't know.
That makes two of us.
There's okay. Not to like completely jump out of Worcester, but Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts for years, forever, those are two vastly different companies, right? Okay. When you think about it, like ignore everything, but just think about it like as like the most bare, basic, like the first thing you think of when you think of Dunkin' Donuts is not the Starbucks customer. Right? Okay. You think of the Starbucks customer, or at least like how it used to be. The Starbucks customer was like, you're paying way more for coffee. You're getting fancy drinks. They're not even called fucking large. They have like different names and shit. It was like this different place. It was like the businessman.
Yeah, white collar versus blue collar.
Yeah. And then Dunks was like the fucking construction guy who's like ripping Sims and stuff. Yeah. And forever, Dunkin' Donuts never tried to separate themselves from that. Starbucks, instead of staying in their lane, went out of their way to try to bring that customer, the Dunkin' Donuts customer, into the Starbucks experience, which it never should have tried to do. Not because of like, not everybody should have it, but like, you don't have an identity when you're trying to be everything. So Starbucks would go through these things where they're like, oh, we need to have more food options. And then like Starbucks would start to slip, because Dunkin' Donuts always has like a million options for food. There's like 5,000 donuts. There's all these fucking sandwiches and shit. And Starbucks would start to slip, and then they'd like call this all hands meeting. Like I remember going through so many of these, and then being like, we're going back to the basics and blah, 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 blah. It's about coffee and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, okay, you say that now. And then like somebody in the fucking on the board is going to be like, what the fuck? And they're going to change it. And they did it every single time. Now, if you look at the online sentiment, Dunkin' Donuts is the fucking shit. Like, people are obsessed with it. They don't care about stuff. Nobody posts about Starbucks anymore. Like, it doesn't matter. Starbucks does not have the thing. Because now everybody has a pumpkin spice latte.
Sure.
Dunkin' Donuts is fun. They're young. They're hip. They're not necessarily thought of as...
They're not called Dunkin' Donuts anymore.
They're not even called Dunkin' Donuts. It's just Dunkin'. Like, which is like, that's sick. Like, that's what everybody called them anyway.
Dunkin', yeah.
Like, I feel like Worcester should be Dunkin' Donuts. Like, it should be Dunkin' Donuts. Like, it should be the thing that, like, isn't trying to take the Boston, like, the Starbucks customer from them. It should try to, like, make its own. And that way other cities are like, oh, shit, Worcester's cool as fuck.
I've said not exactly that. But
Has anybody ever said
but
exactly
in so
that?
many words, like, I look at so much of the shit that we're doing, and we're trying to take versions of it from other places and bring it here.
Instead of just doing our own thing.
And just of recognizing that we already have our own weird, cool thing here.
Yeah.
What do we do to embrace that?
Exactly. We don't, but that's like the thing. Like, no, we don't embrace shit. We're just like, oh, it'd be cool if we had that. It's like, well, we have other things.
Yeah, but we
Embrace
have that at home.
Yeah, but like the at-home thing is like way cooler. I don't know.
Speaking of things that got way cooler, did you see that Polar all of a sudden gave a shit about their social media?
I don't know if I'd say that.
All of a
but-
sudden, there are these TikTok videos and stuff.
Yeah, they're not good.
But yeah, they're there.
No, the ones that were good were the ones with the fucking bear doing weird shit, and they don't do it. You know why? Because they fucking hate the internet. They don't understand. You have a fucking mascot who is built for 2025 marketing. Why are we not using that? They had like a couple where he was like standing on like a thing waving. It's so stupid. It's hilarious. And if you look at the numbers, they outperform all the like beach
Girly,
fucking
yeah.
spin thing. Like, I mean, Orson could be a girl. Have they ever said Orson's a boy?
No, it's just Orson's just a bear.
That's what's up.
But I'm talking about
like,
the super girly, like it seemed like they were going after the college-aged female audience for at one point through social media.
they probably were, but they're just not. They're going at it in a 2007 way.
Sure.
Go after that audience. Fuck yeah, that's a brilliant audience to go after. But go after it the way they want to be
Spoken to
in 2025, not the way that you thought was cool in 1997. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't understand it. Stop posting high quality videos on TikTok. They don't fucking perform.
We'll stop posting on TikTok
Like-
entirely. The shit's going away in what, 20 days?
We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I've read some of those articles too, but it seems like it's
It seems like it's going away, but it also, who knows? I mean, there's so much money against it
yeah.
that it probably will go away.
Our president owns X, so
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah.
we're in the land of Musk, baby.
Yeah, I know. It's so gross.
It's super gross.
It's so gross. I don't know. It really sucks working in the field that I work in. And you're like it really is just a conglomerate. Like, it is just Meta.
Sure.
And then, like, whatever the fuck X is doing, but, like, he's the president. So that's kind of how that goes. And then you've got TikTok where it's like, oh, wait, this is how you won. You literally, like, won the presidency because of TikTok. Like, you figured out how to use it. You hired somebody who actually who knew what they were doing. And you showed up in the right spots. And
There was a
That's
lot of
probably
other
gonna go away.
aspects, I think, that are not necessarily fully, and that's part of that is through TikTok, where there was some foreign agents, we'll say, boosting and expanding
absolutely.
message that
Yeah.
helped push some of that stuff. And you're seeing those people come back now and be like, wait a minute, it's not going to be cheaper for me to buy eggs. What do you mean? I'm going to lose all my health care? What do you mean I have Obamacare?
yeah, we've been saying that for
Yeah.
fucking ever. Like, the president does not control your grocery prices.
I mean, it does, but
Well, not in the way where it's like, I'm the president, eggs are now $1.99. It's
I wish that was like that.
his policy shit, which is obviously going to like fuck the middle and lower class, which are all the people that voted for him. And
We're not a political show.
we're not a political show, but like, just you're all fucking idiots. If
But
you
the
vote
point
for
of
that
this,
guy.
and the reason that why we're talking, why Ricky and I are talking, why this shit makes sense, and why we're going to agree to do this more often, is that I think looking forward nationally, the internet, like I'm not saying they're lost causes, but what I'm saying is I have no control over that, right? Like not me personally, but all of us, the royal you, don't have control over that. That's just fucking large people in large numbers. What we do have control over is our own backyard, our own fucking communities, the people that we interact with on a day-to-day basis, the people here in this city that we call home, that, for the chip on the shoulder, for all the other jokes I've made. I fucking love this place and I love the people here. And I think it is going to behoove us to really pay attention to the stuff happening in our own community and figuring out ways that we can be really fostering the change that we're looking for throughout the rest of the country here in our own city, or at least holding on to the things that we find beautiful and important to us.
Yeah, if you don't want things you like to close, fucking go to them.
That's a shorter way of saying what yeah.
I don't know.
with you.
And that goes from the top down. Like, I don't know. I'm raising a family here. I obviously want cool shit to do, and I want to be able to take my kids to cool things, and I want them to have cool things when they get older. And if we keep going the direction we're going, we're not going to have that. We're going to have I don't even know what people do. Where do people go now?
I don't know. I sit at home and watch TikTok.
Yeah.
I watch the fucking Tree of Wisdom on the Wiggles.
Tree of Wisdom?
Oh my God. You're going to have to learn to do the Tree of Wisdom dance.
Okay. I'll learn. I'm going to have to start stretching. See, it all goes back to stretching. I gotta
All
do
right.
it.
Well, that's what you will be seeing next time you come back to the Seltzer Time podcast.
We're going to do the Tree of Wiggles. What is it? The Tree of Wiggles?
the Tree of Wiggles.
Is that what it's called?
We have much different TikToks.
My TikTok right now is, I found a crispy potato TikTok the other night, which is just a million different
God damn it, I'm already hungry.
people making these amazingly delicious looking crispy potatoes. And then they kill me because then they run the knife over it. So you hear the crisp. And I'm laying in bed at 1 a.m. and all I want to do is eat hot, crispy potatoes with chives and sour cream. And
Yeah,
just-
much different TikToks.
it looks so good. And
But that's made me hungry.
I'm not doing that. It's very sad.
Find me on the internet, travisduda.com. Find me at the Hunchback Gallery. Excuse me, 75 Webster Street, Worcester, Massachusetts. Hunchbackgallery.com, punkcake.org. I don't know. I'm all over the place. Find me.
You can find me watching Sabrina Carpenter TikToks because she's the best. Album of the year, in my opinion. You can also find me at DickChuck77.
Kendrick?
I
we can't go there. We
no,
can't go
no,
there.
not over Kendrick, but it's because I spent way more time with Sabrina Carpenter record
Understood.
because it came out way earlier.
Understood.
But no, you're right.
That Kendrick
obviously
album-
it's the best.
I've listened to it a whole bunch.
It's the best. That is hands down the best record.
Do you know what I'm most hopeful
Not even
for
close.
2025 and the resurgence of Trump's presidency? I didn't say this before. We might see another Run the Jewels album.
That would be really great.
I can't wait.
missed them
It's
so
been about
much.
4 years.
Has it really?
Yeah, 2020.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. That would be so sick. I'd be into that. Fuck yeah. You can eventually find us listening to Run the Jewels. Yeah, no, I love that idea. It's great. Yeah, follow us on whatever we're still on. I don't know.
Instagram, I think.
Instagram. Don't really do anything on anything else.
Find us at the retirement home because we're
But
old.
yeah, we're old as fuck. Oh, there's a bunch of geese.